Seltzer.com. Get some 8% seltzer shipped right to your house. We got the peach, we got the watermelon, we got the pina colada, and the blue raspberry. We're also available in over 200 stores in the state of Florida and Tennessee. And if you're heading out to the Major League ballparks this summer, make sure to check us out in the Miami Marlins Stadium, as well as Tropicana Field, home to the Tampa Bay Rays, as well as the Tampa Bay Rowdies. We are live inside all three stadiums. So if you're down in Florida this year, check us out. Go to hardafseltzer.com today and check your store locator or order them right to your house.
Welcome to Drinking Bros, presented by GhostBed.com.
Yeah, welcome to the Monday Morning Recap, everybody. Brought to you by MyBookie.com. Promo code Drinkin' Bros doubles your first deposit all the way up to $1,000. Now, Joel, if you want to switch to that single, it's a perfect time for it. I said on Drinkin' Bros fake news earlier that Trey Wetzel was headed over to see the stolen car. Trey, I'm going to patch you in here. What do we got? Is there any blood or semen in it?
It's not here.
It's not there?
No, I'm sitting in front of that house right now. There's no garage that it could be in or anything.
Oh, fuck,
They
dude.
found out you low-jacked the car.
What do you think? Trey, you were a cop.
Technology exists?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a cop for 6 years.
Yeah, you were a cop for 6 years. So what do you think happened then? And why did they rip out the fucking geotag and it's not at that location?
They could have, like, when you called me about this earlier, it was funny. Actually, my shit got stolen Friday night, my Cadillac.
Yeah, and were you able to get it back?
Yeah, we got it back about 25 hours later, but they had ripped the OnStar out of the mirror.
No shit.
Yep.
Oh, fuck, dude. All right.
But yeah, I'm sitting here. I'm circling the neighborhood just in case it's not close, in case it's close, but...
Nothing, huh?
Patrol here for a second, bro.
Yeah, check the street behind it. I sent you the map just in case, and then let me know. If you don't find anything, I'll call you when I get off air here, Trey.
Yes, sir.
But if you find it, call back, and then we'll pop you back in.
Oh, fuck yeah, I got you.
Yeah, dude. Thanks, buddy.
Technology is not there.
Bitches.
Like and subscribe, bitches. Fucking A, dude. What do you think? You think they ripped it out, just threw it on the side of the road?
You think this is their first time?
Going after your neighborhood, this ain't their first time.
No.
You don't think so?
You're a big fish neighborhood. They're not. This isn't their first time. All right, we're talking. This is a sports show, and these people. All right, they are
Athletes.
Yeah.
Probably a ring, I'd imagine.
You think so?
A ring of people, yeah.
Okay.
A league.
A league, yeah. It doesn't matter where you go. I was looking at apartments right now before the show. Every apartment complex has break-ins right now.
Yeah.
Well, that's nothing new.
Yeah, no, they're just going from apartment to apartment. Doesn't matter where you live.
I wish they would come to my fucking neighborhood.
Dude, you say that, but every time that I've been robbed or got my car stolen, which is the fourth time now, it's the same thing where, like, I've been home 3 of the times, and it's just, I didn't hear anything, dude. I was out.
Don't ever make it to your house, first off. Getting into your neighborhood, it takes like 20 minutes to get to your house from your neighborhood.
Well, so, hey, my house is like 2 miles deep back in mine as well.
But
so
if you come in through the entrance, you guys do. But if you come in through the 967 entrance, you're not too far away from a freeway getaway. I mean, that as somebody who thinks about committing crimes all the time, you want to have the ability to get away quickly and not be stuck in suburban hell like that. But I also park inside my garage, so I mean, they would have to come inside somehow, and then they're gonna die at that point.
Obviously,
which is the only reason I want them to come there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so shit, dude. Joel, you might not have to go to San Antoine tonight after all, friends. Yeah.
You know what?
I was looking forward to raping him, though. Yeah.
There's always next time.
Huh?
You know why I think your car got fucked with? You're hanging out with Dan, and he got the stink on you.
Dude, I feel like it, man. Holy shit, dude. I got shingles over the weekend. I got my car stolen.
Yeah.
All because we covered UFC 290 live at D'Anthony Holloway's house. And I bet with you in person.
It was so promising. We started 2-0.
That was the first time I've ever bet with you in person like that on MyBookie.com. And then cheers to me for betting against you to win my own money back. So I really want to give myself a pat on the back there. But living that life is so fucking stressful.
Oh, it's terrible.
I don't know why you put yourself through it.
I don't either.
It doesn't make sports more fun.
No, it doesn't. Like, truly. Just makes my life hell.
I was thinking about that. It's anytime you care too much, it's not like I have more fun now watching sports where I'm just like kick my feet up and I can watch the game. When it's like the Braves in a playoff run, like I'm not having fun.
I think you're addicted to the stress.
I might
What it
be.
is. Like you have a cortisol addiction.
I bet the women's U.S. Open yesterday as like a bailout.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, and as soon as I took the girl who was tied for the lead,
Yeah.
she shot like 3 over.
Oh, God, dude. I can't even hear that. I don't know one single female golfer. But since we're talking about it at the top, UFC 290, again, brought to you by MyBookie.com. We bet on all these fights. It was a blast, and that was one of the best cards I've seen in a very, very long time.
At least, if I'm going to lose money, it was in an entertaining fashion.
It was. Finished the night, if you watched the live show, finished down 100, which was not bad. I swung for the fences, though, in the last 100.
Yeah, year.
And that was just to do it, where it was like, I don't mind dropping $100. But what you go through for the whole fucking night, dude, holy shit. It got towards the end where I was rooting against myself for you. I mean,
We got a couple wins here and there. We had Pantoja, which was probably the fight of the night.
Oh, yeah, that was maybe the fight of the year.
That was probably a wash for you because you bet both sides of that, right?
I did.
He did, yeah.
So I'd climbed my way back to even finally by the end of the night.
He didn't believe in
fight.
me. Yeah, he's like, Pantoja, even though that was like my bet going into the night where I'm like the most confident in, you're like, no.
But even that fight, when we watched it, when it went to the decision, I still thought this could go either way 3-2.
What a terrible scorecard, though.
For one of those judges.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude. Jesus Christ.
But I guess Pantoja, up until 2 fights ago, was working for Uber Eats, and he's been a top 5 125er for like the last 5 years.
Oh, I thought you were going to say his top 5 at Uber Eats.
Yeah.
Well, he might be, too.
probably great.
He's like one of their best because he's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. If he shows up and you don't tip him, instead of calling somebody an asshole like that dude did the other day, he just puts you in a fucking move.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
And then your life is over.
On the app, it all looks the same. It looks like a line drive in the box score, right?
Sure does.
Just because you're intimidating people into paying you more, that doesn't mean it's not fucking effective, is all I'm saying.
But, yeah, I guess up until the Roy Val fight, he was working for Uber Eats, got the $50,000 finish bonus. Or like a fight of the night bonus.
Yeah.
And,
Deservedly so.
And now he's the title holder.
Yeah. And deservedly so.
Who got fight of the night for this one? Let me check.
It had to be them or Hooker and
There was
Jalen.
so many good fights. You could have given it to 3 different people. I mean, it was awesome.
Dan Hooker
fucking awesome.
fighting with a broken arm.
Yes. It's fucking rad, dude.
Somehow survived Jalen Turner kicking him in the head 20 times.
Pantoja Moreno got the fight of the night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rightfully so.
Congratulations to Homeboy there. So he got to quit his job, huh?
He no longer delivers food.
For now.
He has UFC gold.
DDP also got
A finish bonus.
and then Denise Gomes,
Okay.
whoever the fuck that is.
I'll be real, that rattled me. Seeing DDP beat Whitaker, because DDP, if you saw him, obviously you saw him fight.
Yeah.
Not very, technical. Not very, not how you want to see your fighter move.
Right.
Very unorthodox, very goofy.
He's going to lose the next fight.
Oh, he's going to get
But it's
wrecked
a good matchup against Whitaker, I think, because Whitaker's head doesn't fucking move when he fights. It stays in the same location the entire time.
Either
You know what I mean?
DDP's head does not move.
No,
at
it doesn't.
all.
No.
It doesn't either. But if both of you doing it, then whoever's got the best puncher's chance is probably going to win that fight.
That's it,
I
man.
think
They were
he's
just beating
just
the shit out of
so
each other.
strong, and he's such like a good athlete, even though he looks very goofy in the way he moves, that he was just able to overpower Whitaker. Props to him. He can breathe now. He got a nose job.
Yeah.
He's got full air quality coming out of his nose,
Which is nice.
which he made a big deal out of it. Rogan made a big deal out of it.
Yeah.
I guess it was true.
Everybody.
Always cool to be able to breathe.
Being able to breathe is, fighting without your mouth being wide open. Mm-hmm. I guess it's a good thing.
The other thing I loved about it was it had the feel of an old school fights of like a McGregor or something like that as far as celebrities go.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody and their fucking mother was at this goddamn
International
thing, dude.
Fight Week, man.
Yeah, dude. Donald Trump was there. He walked out with Dana White, obviously.
Guy
Fieri. Internet was going nuts, in particular Jack White. A few minutes ago said, fuck anybody who decided to talk to Donald Trump. Named Guy Fieri, named Dana, named
DDP after he won.
Wait, who said this?
Jack White from the White Stripes.
Who fucking cares what he thinks?
I agree.
When's the last time they dropped a song?
White Stripes?
Yeah.
Well, him himself, he's dropped a shit ton. He drops an album every year. But look, I'm a fan of his music, but this stance on that stupid shit means
I don't care what comes out of his mouth when he stops singing.
me
Don't
either.
care. My only problem with Trump at the UFC was his tie.
The tie was too long.
It was
too long.
way too long.
He always
6
does
inches
that.
too long.
He always has a tie that's too long.
You look like a fucking child wearing an adult tie.
Yeah, he should. It's got to go
because
up maybe 4 inches.
So he needs it. It hides the fatness because it's like a long, slender
He
line.
is a fat man.
It draws the eyes upward.
Exactly.
Upwards,
Exactly.
Yeah. As you get older, there's nothing you can really do about that. I hope he goes on an Ozempic kick. And
That'd
then
be
just
so funny
shreds
if he
up
went on
steroids. RFK's doing some shit, where you're like, all right, cool,
Yeah, I mean,
man.
if RFK is struggling with 115 incline, I think he's on all the gas.
With that body?
With that body, yeah.
He's 70.
I know.
Who cares?
Look,
I've
it's
seen
awesome.
7-year-olds a lifetime that are pretty strong.
Yeah, you do, but it's like a half hour in between each rep.
It's
and
all
you're just like,
glamour
yeah, dude,
muscles for him.
Yeah. And that's great. That's all you want. That's all you want.
He's
but
not working the docks.
No.
What does he need real muscles for?
Exactly. I agree.
Cheryl Hines.
Bob, I'm with you. I'm with you, Bob. He's not Tommy working down on the docks, dude. But yeah, everybody was there. NFL players, models, podcasters.
Volk showed that he's probably the pound-for-pound best right now. Even though he lost to Islam because he went up in weight, when it comes to his own weight class, he's just superior to everybody else.
That guy's insane, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he shouldn't go he shouldn't go up to fight Islam in October. He should fight Taporia, but he's going to get surgery. Probably do the stupid thing and hold up both divisions by fighting for the 155 belt again.
Did they say how long the surgery would take and last?
He said 4 to 6 weeks.
You know what it reminds me of? Buff Stewie. Remember that?
Yeah.
From Family Guy when he
Yeah.
gets all jacked up? That's what he looks like to me.
Buff Stewie, dude.
I can't take this seriously.
That's crazy. It's fucking crazy. But it was a fun night all the way around. Thanks to MyBookie for buying the fight for us and making it all happen there. And thanks to D'Anthony Holloway for the wings and the
that was
hospitality,
great.
dude.
The food was good. We got to see Robbie Lawler win in his final
Yeah,
fight.
dude. That was nice. And a nice little trailer set up. It looked like the knockout might have been a setup.
Yeah.
Well, it's not a setup.
I don't mind it.
Maybe Nico took a dive.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
Because
I don't
he
mind it.
seemed pretty happy after 2. He's like, yeah.
Sure did. Way too happy to be knocked out in 38 seconds like that. But we won some money on that fight. So, yeah, it was a good time had by all. What's up next? UFC 291?
Yeah, 291's in 3 weeks, 2 weeks.
Who is that?
Gaethje, Poirier.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, it's the Banff fight.
Yeah, they got Bobby Green fighting Tony Ferguson.
God damn it. So MyBookie was asking to run it back. I was like, look, I'd love to, man. Buy the wings, too.
We're not going because it's in Salt Lake City.
Buy the wings. We're not going to Salt Lake City.
Yeah.
I've already said that a million times.
Pereira and Blachowicz, Jan.
Jan.
Yeah,
That'd be
he
so
calls him
good.
Jan. Tony, I know, right? It'd be funnier if it was Rob Blachowicz. Tony Ferguson and Bobby Green are fighting. That'll be a good one. I mean, that's just somebody's probably going to die in that fight.
I forgot
actually.
Paul Acosta's on this card.
Yeah, Paul Acosta is fighting some dude from Dagestan.
Wonder Boy's fighting Michel Pereira.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Wonder
that'll
Boy's
be
back. All right.
Super fun.
Hell yeah.
Derek Lewis is fighting
God damn. Is he really on that card?
Marco something de Lima.
I don't think Kevin Holland's... Or no, he is. He's fighting...
Yeah, Kevin Holland's fighting Michael Chiesa. So there's a lot of fights here.
Shit, dude.
Chiesa.
God damn it. Why is it in Salt Lake City? You know?
I don't know. It's like they got kind of like a deal, right?
Maybe.
To like rent out the venue.
Yeah, the venue's where the Utah Jazz play.
I assumed.
Dana
I didn't
loves-
imagine there was a single other venue in that city.
Dana loves a good
No.
deal.
I used to live I live 2 blocks away from this place.
Yeah.
And if you like an eighth of a mile to the north to the west from my house, or from my place there, was a train station, and it was nothing but it looked like downtown LA now.
Okay.
This was in 2017. It was just like fucking tents and heroin needles everywhere.
And this is elevation, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
See, this should be in New York. This should not be elevation.
No, dude. So
Nothing should ever happen except for hunting elk.
Yep.
That's the only thing that should ever happen in fucking Utah.
100% agree.
Or if you want to go bang some fucking Mormon chick, that's cool too, I guess.
Polygamy. Yeah, if you're into polygamy and high altitude, sure. Other than that, no, dude.
I love pussy and I'm out of breath. Utah. Fucking,
No, they've not done a UFC in a long time, if ever, from what I remember, in like New Orleans.
No, that would be a
boy.
blast.
Why
That'd be
wouldn't they
fun.
do that?
because everybody's
Superdome?
fucking dehydrated and has swamp ass there.
I know. They're
Fucking
doing
sucks, dude.
Maybe it's a fight
Stipe.
commission thing, or I don't know.
Stipe and John Jones, though, are going to be at Madison Square Garden in November. That'll be a fun
When's
one.
Elon gonna have a fight on the fucking moon, or Mars or something? Like we're getting ready to send people to Mars
when he stops
pretty
blowing
quickly.
up
Well,
rockets.
he's got to win against Zuckerberg first.
Oh, well, Zuckerberg's a fucking android. He's not gonna beat him.
Did you see the
got
T-shirts
weight
they
on him.
passed out, by the way?
Yeah, they're really shitty T-shirts that they make.
Musk versus.
They sell them for $50. This is a normal UFC thing,
Yeah. You just buy a meme to wear, basically.
Pretty much.
but it's the same font. They don't even put any effort
Right.
into it. It's just like UFC 290, UFC 291. It's the same shirt.
I need it to happen, though, and the most important thing about the Zuck-Musk fight is that the Italians really stepped up to the plate and offered to have it in the Roman Coliseum.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
And
Yeah.
if that I
would
just
be
don't want to
dope.
be robbed.
Have you been to the Coliseum? There's no fucking way. Like it's a ruin.
Right.
God damn
to
it.
Well, we
There's
can-
some space
we'll
in there,
spruce it
but there
up.
would be no crowd. You couldn't because of the structural integrity of the ruin.
You fill it
You
with
wouldn't be able
water.
to do too much.
We have a naval battle.
Yeah. Each man commands a boat.
Just let them play real life Battleship.
Yeah.
Why not?
With,
Fuck
but
it.
it's like miniature boats, but it's big enough for one dude to stand on.
Yeah.
And you're just firing at the other guy, but there's a wall right there, and the audience can see what's going on. That'd be fucking dope.
That'd be great, dude.
That would be
great.
dope.
We'll see what happens with that fucking thing, but I don't think it'll happen. Obviously. So when is that fight? 2 weeks? 3 weeks? Is that
it's the
before the
20
Jake Paul fight or after?
It's the 29th of July. It's before.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so it's in like 3 weeks.
It's the same night though as a pretty giant boxing match.
Oh, Earl Spence?
Yeah.
Okay.
Earl Spence.
Maybe we'll go back and forth and we'll do both these that night. But
Not at my house.
why not?
I will
dude?
not allow boxing at my house.
Really?
It's fucking gay.
Come on,
Nope.
dude.
Sweet Science.
The sweet science. If they're good, it'll be fun.
It's never fun.
They're very good.
Yes, they're both
It's-
amazing.
I haven't seen a good
You
boxing
watched the
match
Tank
since like.
Davis fight with me.
Yeah,
That
it was
fucking
terrible.
awesome. No,
No, it
dude, he
wasn't.
knocked him out.
Oh my god.
He knocked him out.
What's his name? Ryan something.
Garcia, yeah.
Yeah, he's not even a real boxer.
He's fine. He's
an Instagram boxer.
He's an okay boxer. He's just not an elite boxer. Tank is.
I can't get emotionally invested in two guys that weigh the same amount as I did when I was 6 years
Earl
old and
Spence
fighting
is
each
bigger.
other.
A little bigger.
Yeah. Those guys
they're-
are probably
they fought at
145.
135.
Yeah.
They're a little bigger.
135,
It's a
145.
little bigger.
Maybe not. We'll switch on over to the NBA here. I was ready to write Wemby off after game one because I love to do that shit. Did you guys watch the game on Friday nights?
No,
I'm not
but
watching
you're,
Summer League.
You're burying the lead right now.
Are we?
Because our baby boy is looking so good right now.
Who are you talking about? Chet Holmgren?
Yeah.
Chet Holmgren is dominating.
I guarantee he's going to get hurt this summer.
No,
league.
he
This
put on
is-
20 pounds of muscle.
What we say? What we say?
We're like, give him time to get in that
He'll
strength.
be
conditioning.
dead in 3 or 4 weeks.
Nope. Oklahoma
Tops. He'll
City's
never-
coming.
No.
I'm letting you know, they're coming.
Oklahoma City's coming with or without him, to be honest. Like, they've got a really good young team.
By the way, they've got 35 draft picks over
know.
the next.
They're not gonna be able to pay everybody.
No.
No, they'll trade those draft picks for some veterans once the team gets better. That's what'll happen.
Yeah, and kind of pick and choose their younger guys. It's a interesting case study because I don't remember anybody having 35 draft picks in a 5-year span like
Working
that.
though.
It might be. We'll
They
see.
blew it up,
capital,
and
yeah.
they did the right thing they had to do.
Yeah.
Build it from the ground up, and
Well, you don't have a choice because they couldn't sign all 3 guys. Although if you were able to keep Harden, Westbrook, and KD in their prime, God knows how many championships they would have won.
As many as they did.
0?
Yeah.
You think so?
I don't think
Who's the leader on that team?
none of them.
It was
Who-
Russ.
And also, who's not the cancer?
well,
Right.
Russ wasn't. He was that before he lost his athleticism. He was perfectly great player.
He was a great individual player.
Yeah.
No, he's a great team player too.
He always had a lot of
He
assists.
doesn't play defense.
They all
but
worked together pretty well. It was good. When they got rid of Harden for Ibaka, that was probably the wrong move.
Right.
No, they had Ibaka the whole time.
I know.
Yeah.
But they made a choice. They're like,
Instead
do we
of-
sign
They had a choice.
Ibaka or do
Yeah.
we sign Harden? And they let go of Harden. They probably could have signed all 4.
I would have punted Westbrook and kept Harden.
You could have if you would have signed
Not
all
at the
4.
time, man.
I think they would
Not
have
at
won
the
2 or
time.
3
Westbrook,
titles.
You think of Westbrook as current Westbrook.
I know exactly who Russell Westbrook is.
He was great back in the day.
He was awesome.
He's a Hall of Famer.
Empty calories.
I think he was scoring like maybe 20, maybe 19 points a game when he was in OKC. It wasn't like it
He was
wasn't.
a freak athlete.
Then he went to Houston.
Yeah.
That's where it got fucking weird.
Harden was like off the bench in that
he was
when they
6
played
man.
the Heat.
Yeah.
Like it was crazy.
But this current iteration of SGA, who's the best young player in the league right now, probably, right? Is there a better player under 25 than him?
Chet
Well,
Holmgren.
Chet Holmgren will
No.
be
He hasn't fucking played one minute.
Just wait.
Minute of the NBA.
He's coming.
I will say this: I've watched all the preseason games so far, including Chet Holmgren. He's looked very good so far. However, you're playing against like the B team of all this shit.
Plumbers,
so is Wemby.
yeah.
playing against kids. Yeah.
Playing against children.
So there's not a better player under 25 than
The
SGA,
Nuggets have
right?
a starter currently playing in the summer league, don't they?
Who is it?
Homie started a playoff game. I'm blanking on the name right now.
A playoff game,
Brown.
so he's not a starter. He was a fill-in.
Yeah,
He's trying to work his way up to being okay.
Whatever.
But Josh Giddey's good. Jalen Williams is good. If Chet Holmgren stays healthy for the year, like it's not a matter of whether he can play ball. Obviously, it's just like
Can his body hold
Can
up?
your body
that little
handle it?
tiny baby, frail body hold up? Same with Wemby. Watching Wemby play, every time he jumps, I held my breath. I was like, this is going to break his leg.
if they win, like, let's say 40 games this year, 45 maybe, let's call it in that range, which is doable. This is a good team. It's doable if they stay healthy. Then next year, what they're probably going to do is flip a bunch of those picks to try to get up into a fucking top draft pick, and then flip some more of those picks to get a couple of veterans to come in on this team and fucking compete. And that would be, they're set up to fucking do it.
Yes.
They're just as set up now as the Dolphins were 3 years ago.
Yeah, and
And the Dolphins, I mean, you can't control Tua getting fucking his brain rocked like that.
No.
They made all the right moves, not all, but most of the right moves, and they're in a good spot again this year if he's healthy.
Well, he
So
sent him back out there.
yeah.
that was
That was
well, that's
probably
a
the wrong
coaching
move.
decision, but yeah, I just mean in the front office.
Yeah.
Those are the right moves to make.
They are, but it's about staying healthy. And speaking of which, to Wemby here, they just announced breaking news that his summer league has officially come to an end here, and the Spurs have decided to shut it down for the rest of the summer league here. Probably not a bad decision. Again, every time he went up for something, I mean, he's just so fucking tall and thin that I'm like, it felt like he was going to break his leg every single
Yeah,
time.
but he was still playing all the way up to the draft in his Euro League.
He was.
He played in the championship game.
So he looked exhausted on Friday night's game. I watched that game, and then I watched last night's game, and he looked great. He had 27 points and 12 rebounds.
He just
in
hasn't
that
stopped playing.
in 27 minutes.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Popovich was there. Popovich also got a new deal, 5 years, $80 million at the age of 75.
He's running it
which
back.
is weird. Yeah.
Running it back one more
He has
time.
nothing. His wife's dead. He has nothing to live for.
I-
All he has is Spurs basketball.
I get it. Why not? So why not do it? If you're him, he still looks great, sounds great, like he's still with it.
And he definitely connects with the younger NBA audience.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So what do you think about the idea of not playing Wemby in the NBA at all this year? Because I think it's a mistake. I think he's going to get hurt.
I think he's going to get hurt, too.
And the best thing that happened to Chet
Everyone gets
Holmgren
hurt.
was getting hurt in the summer league. So he had the full fucking year to put on muscle and shit like that.
I mean, I would play him, but you don't need to give him like 40 minutes a game. You know what I mean? Like, just let the dude come off the bench. I mean, like, it doesn't.
Give him minutes.
I would protect him
He's
for
gonna
sure,
be
but give
a-
him minutes because he
He'll
needs
be
to
a
learn.
borderline all-star. The Spurs will be pretty meh.
How over under on games played?
Wemby?
This year?
Yeah. And I'll take any bet you want on this. I'll take the under on any bet.
I'll go higher. I'll go 52.
I'll say 20.
20 is about what I think.
That's what I think.
No, I bet he plays 40 or
plays.
50
He's-
games for sure.
He
doesn't.
like
he
a giraffe out
doesn't
there.
have
He's
the
played in a
strength.
professional league before. Like, it's-
Certainly, yeah, but he doesn't have like these are big fucking bodies in the NBA. This isn't some European
Yeah.
league. I mean, it's different there, man.
Yeah.
These guys are large human beings and thick.
The strongest
Two
dudes
Cs.
he's ever played against.
Yeah.
But
And he's gonna fucking go up for his normal rebound. Some thick dude isn't going to give like he's used to, and he's gonna fucking come down and land on somebody's foot with a high ankle sprain. He's gonna miss 4 to 6 weeks right there. That's gonna happen in the first week.
Yep. That's what I think. Same with that was our prediction with Chad. It happened the first game. And
sorry,
he's out.
tried to play defense against LeBron.
Yeah. Why? Like, why? Why bother with any of it?
Oh, I like the competitiveness, but from the team's perspective, I don't think they're doing him any favors by immediately. He's 19 years fucking old, man.
Yeah.
It's not like it's not like one of the young, like Stojakovic or somebody. What did he come over at, like 22, I think?
Right.
That had played in the European League before. This is different. He's 19. His body's not finished growing yet.
There's no reason to go to a Spurs game other than him.
That is.
And that's gonna be. I think that's gonna be their biggest issue.
But that's a myopic financial decision to make if you fucking cripple this dude in the first year.
It is, but you still have to answer to your season ticket holders who are gonna be like, "Hey, dude, we bought this whole fucking year."
He just needs reps too. Like you need to get him in.
Yeah.
You can't sit in the guy.
His strength obviously literally can't be rushed, so he's just got to get strong through the year. But yeah, he's got to learn the league. He's got to figure out the speed of it and everything. He's got to get used to the speed of it. And
I
all
mean,
that
if there's a
stuff.
guy that knows how to like load manage, it's Pop.
Yeah.
He used to do it all the time. He would do it.
He was the inventor of it, I feel like.
Pretty much. I remember ESPN primetime games the Spurs would be on, and he would purposely sit out all
Duncan.
of his stars as like a fuck you.
It would be Duncan, Ginobili, and Parker, and he would sit the three of them on primetime games, like you were saying, and he's the master of it.
And then he
so-
would complain about like not being on primetime enough. It's like because you sit all your guys whenever you're on primetime.
Exactly.
He just likes to
so
bitch
maybe
all day.
he was the one who made this decision here because he's also, I think he has a GM role as well with the team. So maybe he's the one that made it. The only thing is getting used to the NBA. On that Friday night game, he looked exhausted. Last night he looked a little better, but he was still pretty tired. But 27 points in 27 minutes was pretty fucking impressive. The bus thing kind of ended on Twitter and all that other shit. So I think they're fine, but he will be shut down the entire summer. And then the Blazers are now saying they're willing to wait months to trade Dame Lillard there. Weird sitch.
I mean, why
What do
not?
you do? He only wants to go to one team.
Why not just
Miami?
check out what him and Scoot can do? Right?
Scoot's hurt right now.
Scoot got hurt in the first game, so
I know.
he's out.
For how long though?
They know the rest of the summer. They're not saying anything further than that. Now, here's what Lillard's camp has said in response to drafting Scoot and not trading that pick. So Lillard's camp wanted them to trade the pick, get another splashy big-name veteran to go with Dame to win right now, rather than Scoot Henderson to wait for him to get good, where Dame is already 33 years old and doesn't necessarily...
Check it out. What if they, play a little in practice, start to vibe a bit, just kind of run it out, see what it looks like.
It's not going to
Well, I
look
mean, they
like
already
even
did
a
that,
conference
right?
finals appearance.
Yeah.
Who cares?
They already did that for years.
You're going to get nothing for Lillard.
They ran a
At
two-
this point, you're going to get nothing.
They ran a 2 small guard set for years in Portland, and it was an abject fucking failure, right? Of one of the most talented scorers in the history of the NBA.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say total failure because
They won
had,
one playoff series, I think, ever.
that's it.
And what,
That's
11
one.
years?
So one.
Yeah, one.
One playoff series.
In
And it's
11
series in
years.
11 years. Even the Hawks have more than that. And that's fucking crazy. One of the teams, though, that snuck in there, and I don't know if you heard about it, was your boys, dude, the Sixers. And the sticking point, allegedly, was Maxey.
Untradeable.
Philly didn't want to give up
Wouldn't
Maxey.
trade him
No.
for Jordan in his prime.
The only okay, maybe that was
Good night, everyone.
No, that is literally what Daryl Morey said.
Yeah,
Are you kidding?
That's what Morey said.
he says a lot of dumb
Are you
shit.
joking?
No, but he says
almost
things
walked right off the show.
He's the ultimate negotiator. Like he just offers teams left and right just shitty deals, and people just hang up on him all the time.
It's like the guy in fantasy football where you're just like, hey, dude, I'm not doing LaDainian Tomlinson for John Kittner.
Because they also think that like if they deal with Daryl Morey, he's gonna fuck them.
Maybe.
Probably.
Well, let me ask you, as a fan, would you do it?
What?
Maxey for
No.
Dame
Fuck
Lillard?
no.
Really?
No.
No. Lillard's not that great right now.
You're mortgaging.
He is.
He's-
really
he's-
But he's not. I don't think he's going to get
He's
you
at the
over
end.
the hump.
He's
Yeah.
also at the end of his rope.
He
Like,
needs to be on a team that is already fully ready to go.
Maxey's not developed yet, and he's still this good.
How old is he?
God, he's not
24?
even 23.
Okay.
23.
23, 20. Yeah, I think he's probably 23 or 24. Lillard's probably got about 3 years left in his prime here. Look, but Embiid is 30.
22.
Holy shit.
Tyrese Maxey's 22.
Yeah, you don't get rid of him.
Other than SGA, he's the best sub 25 guy in the league right now. You don't trade him for anything. Like there's literally nothing I would trade him for.
But looking at the years, because Embiid is 30. He's only got a couple years left, barring injuries.
Yep.
What do you do?
I don't know.
Well, they're not going to trade Tyrese Maxey either way. I mean, think about it this way. It's Philly. It's a major market, so you can't do the same stuff you could do in some areas. They're over the next 2 to 3 years, they're going to lose Harden for sure, right? And then you lose Maxey, and you have Dame Lillard, who's older. Like, you're talking about a team saddled with high contract aging former stars. That's like, if you want to lose if Daryl Morey wants to win one championship and then get fired in the next year and a half, then yes, that's a move I would make.
If he really wanted to like mortgage for the future and make the right move, you'd probably get rid of Joel.
Right?
You'd probably get rid of Embiid.
Yeah.
For like
that's what I think.
Like the highest
At
price
peak
tag,
value.
value. But I can't do that.
Who would Embiid go for, though, is what I was trying to think of. Because Harden's out of there this year. He opted back in, which was smart financially on his side. So what happened was he got to free agency with Harden, and the max deal wasn't out there for him, including Houston. Houston was dead set on a rebuild, and the guys that they drafted, that one kid, that Thompson kid, looked really fucking good over the last few games of Summer League. But if you're the Sixers here, Harden's got to be traded by midseason. What do you do with Embiid, maybe? Like,
well, you say goodbye to Harden. Embiid, that would kind of tear the fan base in half. You have my generation that grew up with Embiid as like the trusted process. We've been with him for the last 10 years.
Yep.
We love him. Won the MVP. Then you have the older generation like my dad who thinks he stinks.
Yeah. So where do you go? Who do you trade for that you could get in return for that guy? Because like, even I was trying to think about it. Like,
Morey's going to ask for the
Yeah, I don't think there are players. I think it would be like 2 first-round draft picks or something like that, plus some players. But the kicker would be the draft, because there isn't a player in the league that you would just trade him for straight up. There isn't a team that has a lone superstar and then some picks, right? Like, who would that be?
Tough call, man.
The Wizards are trying to build, so it's not them anymore. They're actually trying to build some shit.
Let me ask you
Because they have
this.
Jordan Poole and Kuzma now, and they're trying to build around them, which is interesting to say the least. But
Kuzma was good.
They score a lot of fucking points. I know that. So, but there isn't that team out there that has, like, except for Portland, who has Dame Lillard, right? They're the only team that has a superstar, but no, they aren't going to win anything. For sure, they know they're not going to win anything. You know what I mean?
Is this a move then for like an OKC who has 4 first-round draft picks to give up for Embiid?
I might need to do like a carousel 3-team trade, right? Like where that I think that'd be the only way to do it, where you could move it.
Give me Chet for Embiid. Yeah,
that's not going to happen. But
I hope it happens. I fucking hope Chet Holmgren plays for the Sixers. Nothing would make me happier in this world.
Yeah, he's my guy then.
Oh God, dude! I want to see you wearing the jersey every day. I want the whole shit. I want the whole Chet experience here. Real quick, we got some sponsors that put this shit wagon on the air. First and foremost, ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros. Other show. Look at me, dude. I'm on the meds today. I'm on the shingles, dude. It's fucking MyBookie over here, dude.
All right.
We're live. We're live. No worries about it. No worries, dude. Car got stolen. Fucking, I got shingles. Sorry, dude. It's
Get a lot on your
MyBookie.com. I do. I sure do. And on my chest in a perfect square right now. MyBookie.com. Promo code Drinkin Bros doubles your first deposit all the way up to $1,000. We bet on all the fights this weekend. Those were a blast. We bet on golf this weekend. Delco and I finished tied for third. Both of our players, ironically.
Yeah.
Tied for third. It was a tough weekend. Tough weekend.
Shank didn't really show up on the front 9 on Sunday.
Sure did.
You had Sepp Straka.
Striking these beats.
I mean, he was a birdie away from the 59, and he ends up doubling 18.
He went for it. I respect it.
He went for it, but he almost lost the tournament because of that.
Sure did, but it was fun to watch. You can bet on a ton of stuff, including tonight's Home Run Derby, which we'll have our predictions here right after the ads are done. You can bet on everything right now, including these Summer League games if you're feeling frisky. Good luck. It's fun. But shit. Bob's been winning a lot on the baseball. I know you've been just gangbanging parlays lately, dude.
Yeah.
So it's
fun.
been fun, man. A lot of stuff to bet on MyBookie.com. Make sure to use that promo code Drinkin Bros to double that first deposit all the way up to $1,000. Also, if you love college football, some of the spreads for week 1 are already up on the board, including LSU FSU. Biggest game of week 1 is already on the board over there at MyBookie.com. Promo code Drinkin Bros doubles that first deposit to $1,000. Next up, we got DrinkinBrosTickets.com. If you want to go to any of this stuff, it doesn't matter if it's the concerts, Wimbledon, fucking home run derby tonight. If you're getting last minute tickets, go to drinkinbrostickets.com. It's about $10 cheaper than StubHub. Same back end, so it's easy. And you can check out anything, man. We just had a dude go to Wimbledon on Friday night. I got the pics from that. Holy shit, I'm jealous.
I need to go. So
My God,
bad.
dude. I'll show you, man. I was like, fucking A. It's everything you hoped it would be.
Yeah.
I was just like, Jesus, man.
I'm gonna bring like some shitty fescue seeds and throw them out onto the court and try to fuck up their grass.
You should.
Or some like a little piece of ivy and just push it down into the lawn a little bit.
Just gonna like ruin someone's life.
Yeah.
But even that was the first event. Bob, I'll show you here. It's a relatively famous person, so I can't show who it is, but it's beautiful. I mean, look at that.
Oh,
I know.
It's
a bucket list item.
want
dude.
to go to there.
It's a bucket list item. So I gotta.
Was it Justin Thomas?
Sure wasn't. I'm not friends with Justin Thomas.
Justin Thomas, Ricky Fowler.
Oh, did they all go?
Jordan Spieth, yeah.
Really?
Because they're there for the Scottish Open.
Oh shit, dude! Let's go, fam. Let's go. We'll have those bets up on Wednesday. We'll flip on over
Tuesday.
here to Tuesday.
Because Wednesday night is when the tournament starts.
Oh, is it really?
Because
that's right, dude.
they're ahead of us.
Time change. Yes, so we'll do it tomorrow. That show will be up tomorrow on Drinkin' Bros Sports. We'll head into the home run derby tonight. Bobby, who do we got in the home run derby tonight? So I know Alfonso is defending or trying to win it back.
Yeah, win it
Alonso.
back.
Pete Alonso.
Pete Alonso, yeah.
He's won twice?
No.
Three?
Yeah, twice, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's
And
okay.
Soto won last year.
Yes.
Yeah. But Rodriguez is in it, right?
Yeah, that's who he lost to Soto in the finals.
Yeah.
So it's Pete Alonso, Luis Robert,
Well, there's a bracket.
Aroldis Garcia, Randy Rosarina, Vlad Jr., Rodriguez, Mookie Betts, which is an interesting one.
He's got a ton of home runs this year.
Sure, but like people who win in this have home run swings. It doesn't matter if you're a home run hitter necessarily.
A little home run
And then
hitter.
It ruins your swing.
Adley Rutschman from Baltimore, who I think he's got the longest odds, but I think he's going to win.
Okay, so Adley Rutschman is at 16.5 to 1. Why do you think he's going to win?
Because he's the most confident rookie I've ever seen in my fucking life. He reminds me of Bryce Harper as a rookie, but he's more polished than Bryce Harper was when he was a rookie. Because I think Rutschman is 22 and Harper was 19 when he came up or something like that. Yeah. He's got his man muscle on him now. He's a fucking big, strong dude. I think he's gonna win.
Remember when Bryce Harper was in the home run derby and his dad just kept giving him
Dude,
filth?
he throwing him sinkers,
Throwing
man.
him like,
what the fuck are you
it's the
doing?
worst.
knuckleballs and shit.
It's the fucking
God
worst.
damn it.
dude.
He had like 4 home runs or something.
Why are you trying to strike me out, Dad?
Yeah. Who else? Who would be your second? So Pete Alonso here is 3 to 1 essentially here.
Yeah.
Vlad Guerrero is 3.5 to 1.
I think that's high on Vlad. I think Vlad's got a line drive swing. He just hits the ball so goddamn hard that he hits a bunch of home runs, but he does not have a conventional home run swing. The other
What about the hometown kid, Julio Rodriguez?
maybe, but if it's not Rutschman, I think it's going to be Adolis Garcia from the Rangers.
So my two,
because he's like a fucking all he does is hit home runs.
he is a banger. Like my two dudes would be either Adolis Garcia or I'm gonna actually get weird with this one. I think Mookie Betts might win this.
I was going to
Whoa!
say, I actually got the script. Mookie Betts wins this.
Okay.
Here's the thing with Mookie that I like about Mookie. He is one of the smartest players in baseball. He's randomly like a very, very elite like bowler.
Okay.
And I just think he's good at games. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's good at like
I'm one of those people who's good at games.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
And so I think he's going to be very good at this sort of game that they're playing. Like
Right.
I think, look, man, I get that Adolis Garcia is a fucking animal. Pete Alonso is a giant. Luis Robert can hit the shit out of the ball too. That's all well and good with all those guys, but like the homers, you don't get bonus points for distance. And I feel like Mookie is a sneaky pick because he's just good at games.
Just placed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't.
it in.
All right.
You don't get points for distance, but you do get points like as the rounds progress. Those smaller guys that have early round success never make it, and I mean not ever.
Yeah.
Not ever. Look at the list of people who have actually won the home run derby: Juan Soto, Pete Alonso, Bryce Harper, Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton. I think he was Mike at the time.
It might have been Mike,
2016. Todd Frazier, 6'3". Yoenis Cespedes won it twice in a row. Prince Fielder won it. Like the little guy that fucking has a good home run year that year doesn't fucking win the home run derby. Ever.
Fair.
Not ever. Now, if it happens, I'll be angry because I hate the fucking Dodgers. But I do actually like Mookie Betts. He's a good dude. So.
He's great. I love Mookie.
Yeah, he's fun to watch play too.
He's great. So Pete Alonso, it's not sexy. I know it's not sexy. I'm gonna take it. Here's why. He genuinely wants to win this every fucking year.
Yeah.
The Mets have nothing to live for. Nothing. They're not going to the playoffs, probably.
No.
They're a terrible team. This is the one thing every year that they can hang their hat on is we have the home run derby champion.
Do you want to talk about the Mets curse?
Well, not in the home run derby.
No.
Pete Alonso.
That, I'm not.
Just as a fucking team.
Just because this does bring me quite a bit of joy because I fucking hate.
I hate the Mets as well. I hate the Mets
Oh
as
my
well.
God.
But I know they're the Mets, so I don't really care.
So in spring training in 2021, for some reason, and look, confidence is great, but for some reason they decided to practice winning the World Series. Champagne, celebration on the field. They did in spring training.
Is that real?
Yeah, they did.
And since
There's video of it.
And since
very
then,
sad.
I think their winning percentage since then is under 40%. I think it's
No fucking
.398 or something like that.
Well, they had a terrible year in 21 because
Yeah.
the Phillies were in second that year when we won the division. And then last year, obviously, they won 101 games last year, didn't win the division or a series in the playoffs. But, they technically had a great year last year.
Yeah.
But they still found a way to not be able to enjoy it.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's like that's what we're dealing with here.
Okay.
Now that hasn't stopped Pete Alonso from winning the
Home run derby.
because
He's
he won
won
it.
two.
He won it
Yeah.
in 21, right?
And he was very close last year too. So look, I think that's the only thing they have to live for, and this guy genuinely wants to win it.
Well, here's what I don't know. They've been embarrassed 3 years in a row now, right? So in 21 they practiced winning the World Series and just got fucking shithoused all year.
Sure.
They had their best season since 99 last year and still didn't win their division because they gave up a 10-game lead. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And I wonder if Alonso, after all of this humiliation, is still going to come out bebopping with his fucking headphones on. Like, look at how fucking much I'm a carefree spirit that enjoys hitting baseball.
After they even had a situation this year, and it involved Pete Alonso. Remember with the Braves, he yelled out at Bryce Elder. He
throw
fucking
it again.
He donged a home run, and he goes, throw that again. They proceeded to get swept in that series, and in that month. That happened. So they were 3.5 games back when that series started in June, right? 3.5 games back, started June. Pete Alonso yells, throw it again in game one. They get swept, and by the end of the month, they had gone from 3.5 back to 18.5 games back, which is just such a stunning drop over the course of
a month.
In a month.
Yeah. That was from June to July, you said?
Yeah.
It was the craziest shit I've ever seen, dude. I mean, it was the worst collapse maybe ever. I mean,
They were.
can you think of a worse collapse than that?
They were 7-19 in June.
And we were 20-4 or 21-4.
21.
I don't know. There was a year the Mets had a giant collapse where the Phillies won the division.
That was 07 or 08, I believe.
Yeah.
And it was a massive collapse.
It's historically one of the worst collapses in baseball.
And I love to see it every year. Like every year it
time.
happens, the Mets are going to Met. But here's the beauty of
Couldn't
this.
happen to a better fan base.
Exactly. So here's the beauty of this. Since you guys host a baseball podcast here, here's what I love, what MyBookie has done here with the odds. So they're letting you pair up two people tonight as well. So you can pick the winner.
Oh, sweet.
You can pick two people together. Which two would you put together? They have every combination of everybody.
Is it who the finals is going to be, or just the two you think are going to advance the
Two
furthest?
straight forecasts. Who do you got there?
I'm going to go with my guys. I'm going to go with Adolis Garcia and Mookie Betts. I like those two.
I will go with Rutschman and Garcia.
Yeah, looking at those odds, that's just like straight up who's going to be in the finals.
Yes. So this is 25-1 for Bob's bet. That's a fucking. I mean, that's a bomber of a fucking bet there. 25-1. All right. Who do you got there?
You had Rutschman and Garcia.
I don't even see that one on here though.
Let's see here.
Can the bracket not shake out that way?
Might not be able to.
Yeah, maybe.
Might not be able to. I
don't know.
Rutschman and Garcia.
But it's why? So they have the same thing listed here, but it's in different order. So is this like first, second?
I don't know.
This is the finals, is what it is. So yeah, they must be on the same side of the bracket. There is what it is. So one of those guys is going to get eliminated over there. So you gotta pick the two that are in the finals.
Okay,
against
so actually,
each other.
I think what it is so yeah, because Adolis Garcia and Mookie Betts are on there twice. So if it's Betts Garcia, I guess if Betts wins, it's 25-1, and if it's Garcia Betts and Garcia wins, it's 33-1.
Okay. So if I'm going to sprinkle, which one do you like the best? Then go with that one.
Oh, man, it just depends how it shakes out. I have a weird feeling about Mookie Betts today.
All right.
And low key, Mookie Betts winning would be like the best thing for Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
Because he's like this handsome, infectious smile, obviously
Likeable guy.
giant market.
Superstar.
Yeah.
He's a likable guy.
I'm actually surprised. I know he's a late call-up, but why is Ellie not more involved in the All-Star game?
Because he's only 15 games. He's only played 15 games.
Get him in there. Who cares?
We'd love to see it. But this
I
was
don't
done
disagree.
weeks ago. Next bet on MyBookie.com, American League or National League. Home run winner.
Who's got more people?
I'm going to say National League.
Is it
No,
50-50?
no.
50-50.
American League.
No, because I think Pete Alonso is going to win, and it's 2-1. So I'll take a 2-1 odds all day.
It's
That's just me personally.
American League is -280 for a reason.
Even
though fucking Alonso has the shortest odds, everybody else is fucking. from the
I
American
agree.
League.
6 out of the 8 dudes are from the American League.
Yeah.
So just take the American League just on pure odds alone.
I'm not going to because
right.
I like your Mookie Betts pick, and I'm also going Alonso there. So that's
You have
National
a
League.
2 out of 8 shot.
I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it
just
tonight.
statistically speaking, that is just very dumb.
I'm taking it, dude. It's 2-1 odds. I'm taking it. I don't give a shit. There's
a
nothing
lot
else
of-
going on tonight.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Then
Whatever you're betting, I'm betting the opposite of.
The
So you
la-
well, I
taking
took
the American
Mookie
League?
Betts, so
Fuck!
the last one up here is longest home run measured in feet, over under of 490.5.
Over.
Oh, over. That's plus 145. Take
Over.
that. That's
wait, where are they?
Seattle.
they're in
Doesn't matter.
Seattle.
But it's daytime.
it's daytime. That ball's going to fly.
How's the elevation?
It's next to the ocean. So what do you?
Yeah.
Dude, I mean,
Yes.
I just watched how many weeks ago Travis d'Arnaud hit like a 400.
478.
Yeah. Our backup catcher. I mean, Travis d'Arnaud's dope, but yeah, dude. And by the way, that might be free money because I don't know if Major League Baseball is juicing balls.
In regular games, but they will for this.
Yeah, they're gonna send up fucking those
They're hitting
bouncy
tennis balls, yeah.
Yeah, like it's fucking crazy, man.
Yeah, I'm all in on this. I wonder how much they'll let me bet on this fucking thing, dude.
There's probably a match.
The overs, so the under's favored. There's no somebody is gonna bang.
It's plus 145.
Someone's
dude.
gonna bang one
Typically
over.
with
That's what I say.
Typically with the props, they have a kind of like a.
Well, let's
max.
look at the modern era. Juan Soto in 21. Where was the 21 All-Star game? That was Colorado,
Yep.
right?
That was
So,
the one they took from the Braves.
Can you count that? As a matter of fact, 1, 2, 3,
For
4. The top 4 are all
bathroom
from
thing?
Colorado.
Okay.
Aaron Judge in 2017 hit a 513 footer. So
I'm
All right,
so
well, I'm going to see how much they'll let me bet live on air.
okay.
Because
So,
if it's $500, like, I'll do it.
so
actually,
here's
Stanton has the top 5 distance-wise that weren't in Coors Field. It's 513, 507, 504, 501, and 2 497s.
what does Alonso have? Because the dudes who could do it out of this.
Oh, let me do it.
All right.
$500. I just did it on MyBookie.com. Promo code Drinkin' Bros doubles that deposit. So $500 pays off at $725. And it's the over under tonight is 490.5 feet. So even 492, I fucking
491. You're good.
Who on this list do you think is hitting the ball 491 feet?
Vlad Guerrero.
Maybe.
Pete.
But he hits lines rise, right? He doesn't lift the ball like that.
But occasionally, man, I mean, when he really fucking jerks it out, dude, it's gone. I'm going to say 502 will be the 504 tonight will be the longest hit home run.
Richmond has a decent chance. He's of the people in the All-Star game, he's got the longest in-game home run this year.
Of how far?
461 feet.
Yeah, but these are fucking batting practice pitches with juice balls. Somebody's got to hit over 490.
I think
Well, Tani hit a 493 footer this year.
Yeah.
Sure did. And he's not that powerful.
Yeah, he is. He's the best baseball player of all time.
Yeah, he is. But he's not a big, strong dude who's jacking out 500 feet.
6'4".
He's really?
Dude, there's a picture of him showed up the other day without his shirt on or whatever, or like you could see his all full arms.
He's broad as hell.
No shit.
Yeah.
Every time I see him,
it's because he has a soft, sweet face.
He does.
He's a good-looking cat still.
Yeah,
no, he is good looking, but I'm saying he has like just a very soft.
But he
face.
doesn't look like a Mark McGuire.
He's 6'4", and let me see if it's listed here.
Is he really 6'4"?
They have him listed at 210, but there's no way he's 210.
He's a monster.
Yeah,
he's big now.
Who's starting the game, the All-Star game?
I don't know if they've
it's
announced
Garrett
that.
Cole and Zach Gallen are starting the starting pitchers.
Gallon's won me a lot of money this year.
Oh, yeah.
the few wins I have.
Junkie shit,
But
dude.
I think Alonso, Adolis Garcia, Vlad Guerrero Jr., and Rutschman are all very capable of topping 490.
Yeah.
In BP.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luis Robert, maybe
I've already
too.
bet it, so I can't go back. I've already bet it, so I can't go
Certainly
back.
Garcia, Alonso, and Vlad, and Richmond.
Yeah.
But I don't know about the other guys.
I mean, don't count on Mookie to do it. Don't count on Randy to do it.
Only one of these dudes has to do it. So
Right.
What about Julio Rodriguez, though, in his home park?
He
knows the park, though.
That doesn't
matter.
mean anything. I don't think so.
I think he'll jerk
He's
at a
great.
ding-dong.
Julio Rodriguez is a great player, but I don't think he's going to hit 490.
I think he's going to jack you out that ding-dong, brother.
I mean, he's not having a
He's a
terribly great year.
Bit of a sophomore slump. I don't know why he's in. Is he in the All-Star game or just the Derby?
That I don't know.
The Derby, I'm not really sure.
You need a hometown boy.
Yeah, you got to have one.
Mariners not having a great year.
You got to have one.
He's not the starter in center field. Austin Hayes from Baltimore is.
Yeah, I mean, thank God. He definitely shouldn't be the starter. He shouldn't be on the All-Star team, really. He's having a bad year. But whatever.
Either way, yeah, you're right. Cole and Gallen are tabbed to start the All-Star game, so that'll be fun. Looking forward to this tonight. I just threw 500 on that, so now I'm all in. And now Delco's picking up his phone. Here we go, dude. Here we fucking go. It's a Monday night. God damn it. We're about 60 days away from football starting. We'll move on over to pedophilia because I think it's appropriate. Larry Nassar got stabbed multiple times in prison. That was a fun story to wake up to this morning.
It's a good time.
It is.
He gets stabbed in the neck and chest and back, and he's in stable condition.
He lived. Yeah, so it was critical and then stable. How did he live? He's a small, meek little man. How did that guy fucking live?
Well, unless you hit a major artery, or puncture an organ, getting stabbed is like you're just trying to manage infection at that point. Like, it's not that big a deal. I mean, it sucks, obviously, but...
At 59, though, wouldn't you just lay there and just let him end your life? Like,
I
do you want to spend the rest of your life
this
in
would have
jail?
happened much sooner.
You got to wait for your moment.
Yeah, he was probably an ad seg, to be honest.
It's like that Eminem song, dude. It's just one shot, one opportunity. Mm-hmm. And then it's Mom Spaghetti, obviously. Jesus, dude. Yeah, how did this guy live? I wish he would have died. And I think... most of the people that he assaulted wish would have died as well.
Well, I think they're probably just going to do it over and over.
Over and over again.
Until
it's actually better that he doesn't die.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's a fun way to look at it.
It's a very, who is the Greek tragedy hero who had his liver eaten out every day by a crow? It wasn't Sisyphus, was it?
Oh, yeah.
No, it was The Rock.
Yeah, it was The Rock, I think.
Either way, he's just going to get stabbed like 100 times. Like every month he's going to get stabbed.
Oh, it's Prometheus.
Okay, yeah. For stealing fire.
And then in another case of child pornography here, Kittner is in the portal after child porn charges drop. So does anybody pick him up? Does he go to Liberty?
Baby. He's going to Liberty, all felon you. All right. He's going to be great.
That's awful.
Here's what
crazy, right?
I don't think so. If he signs with a university, I think there might be some problems.
I think so, too. This is one that's hard to get by. Well,
yeah.
Brandon Miller got by murder.
He could have murdered. I think murder is actually better.
It is better.
I think so.
It's socially more acceptable to murder.
Than child porn, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I agree here. So, yeah, dude, he apologized in court on Wednesday, and now he entered the portal. It's his last season. He appeared in 4 games. He was 10 for 14 for 181 yards and a touchdown. Welcome to Liberty.
Go Gators.
Could you imagine, dude?
No, it's come on, Gators, get up and go. That's what they chant in the stadium.
Is it really?
Yeah, really.
I haven't been to that stadium yet.
I love the swamp, but it's a funny chant. I don't know why they do that. Yeah, man, go to Liberty. Fuck it.
Why not, right?
Yeah. Who does Liberty got this year?
They got nobody, dude.
Yeah.
They got nobody, right? To my knowledge, no? Nobody left? Hugh Freeze is gone too, right?
Yeah, Hugh Freeze in Auburn, so
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
Auburn.
Maybe Auburn. Look, you never rule Auburn out, right?
No. Never.
Cam, all those guys.
Or go to maybe does Ole Miss need a quarterback? I mean, they just hired Chris Beard. What do they care?
True. Yeah, what do they give a shit over there?
Yeah, wasn't Mississippi where Roy Moore was from, or is that Alabama?
That's Alabama.
Shit, not
Yeah.
close.
Close enough.
But
A lot
Auburn,
of
you know,
pedos
is-
down there is all I'm saying.
Yeah, it's,
A lot of pedos down there.
It's just a matter if there's incest involved or not, based on the state.
You never know.
Yeah.
You never know. Next up, Tebow bought a minor league hockey team. Having sponsored a minor league team, those are fucking fun as shit, dude.
I know. One of my favorite docs that recently came out was about the Trashers.
It's the fucking best.
Yeah.
It was the goddamn best. Like, I'm in on these minor league teams. A lot of you guys have hit us up about sponsoring some other minor league teams. Know this. We're already looking into it. The one that we've been chatting with recently is the Nashville Sounds. That's I don't know if you've been there. It's a blast of a stadium. The team is fun. The city always goes to the games and shows out.
you know what would be a really fun one since we're in Tennessee is the Memphis Redbirds.
Memphis Redbirds.
They are right on Beale Street.
Yep.
Like that would be pretty dope, actually.
That would be fun. And then there's one in Alabama.
Doesn't
that
everybody
we've
get
been
murdered
Off of Beale
in
Street.
Memphis?
Just not on Beale Street.
Walking in there.
Yeah.
Walking in Memphis.
I don't want to be anywhere in fucking
Walking with my
Memphis.
10 feet off a beer.
Memphis wasn't that bad.
I don't. Here's what I don't like: substandard barbecue. And getting mugged.
Well, Memphis has better ribs than.
Yeah, Memphis is a rib town.
Yeah, the ribs are good in Memphis. There.
That's all you're. That's
all
the
you're
only
gonna
thing
get.
to get.
That's all
You don't
you're-
want to
that's all
get
you're
brisket
gonna
there.
get.
No, it's just ribs.
Just ribs.
Ribs. That's
We
just
stopped
ribs.
in Memphis on our way to the golf tournament in Nashville with Lopez.
Yep.
We stopped solely for the ribs. It was great.
That's great. I'll give it to you. I'll give her the ribs in
Memphis is a
in Memphis.
shithole, and nobody should ever go there.
But one that our agent pitched us, by the way, that I wanted to ask you about live on air was there is a team in Alabama called the Trash Pandas.
Yeah, I've heard of that. I mean,
I like
their
the Trash
logo is
Pandas.
cool,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but
Yeah, it's a raccoon busting out of a fucking trash can.
I have a dumpster. Or some
I don't
shit
know
in there.
anything about them, but I know, like, as far as Alabama goes, they have no professional baseball. So I guess a lot of people go to the Trash Pandas.
They're
game.
all there's a lot of White Sox fans in Alabama now because Jordan played for the Birmingham Barons back in the day.
Yep.
But mostly I think it's Braves fans.
Okay.
For the most part
Yes.
there, yeah.
Although we were talking about this last night via text, I think in a lot of these states, pro baseball is getting squeezed out for college baseball.
Mm-hmm.
They're becoming the same way they're college football fans over NFL fans. Like, no one gives a
Yeah.
shit about the Falcons in Alabama or the Saints. And I mean, in Louisiana they do, but not. I think a lot of them are just like, yeah, man, I love baseball. I root for Alabama baseball or Auburn baseball, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Baseball feels like it's back, and it's having a resurgence. The College World Series was fun. The MLB draft was last night's. Top 2 picks were those kids out of LSU.
The College World Series is always fun.
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't know. I think people are getting fatigued finally pretending that the WNBA is a legit organization.
It's not.
It's not.
I
No,
don't
it's
think the
not.
WNBA
and now they're
was
talking
holding
about
back
their
the College World
No,
Series.
no, no.
Yeah, I don't
that's
think
what
it
I'm
ever
saying.
was like
That's,
reputable.
that's not what I'm saying.
Everyone's had this opinion that you're about to share about the WNBA forever. Like nobody's
Yeah.
ever respected
No,
it.
that's not what I mean. I mean that the network isn't trying to force it as much as they were before.
They,
Yeah.
they
And now-
invested money in it. It's why you see all the
Certainly,
commercials, and it's why it's on the front page
that's,
of the
that's,
website.
That's fine, but it was a failure. So I think part of the College World Series resurgence is that like it got more primetime coverage this year than I can remember a College World Series getting in a very long time.
Well, it was they had superstars up and down
Mm-hmm.
it for both teams, and I think that's what added to it, right? And then it was evident last night when the top 2 picks in the draft came from LSU.
The 8 of the top 10 picks were college players.
Yes.
Almost no high school players went in the first round, which is like that would have been unheard of 10 years ago.
100%. But baseball in general, and I don't know why, maybe you guys can answer this, seems to be back. Is it gambling? What is it about baseball that's everybody's kind of have a new interest in?
I don't think it's gambling.
No, every change they've made is working.
So I hate.
I agree. I like the pitch clock. I love it.
Games are
all that
faster.
stuff's
It's a
great.
blast.
And you got to keep in mind too. I don't really love that they have continued to expand the playoffs, but I think there's something like 18 teams within 4 games of a playoff spot right now.
Okay.
So that kid just keeps more people engaged.
They got rid of the shift.
Yeah.
There's only one more major rule change coming, and I think it'll be next year, and it's the batter or the pitcher can immediately appeal a ball strike call, right? Which you've never. I mean, that even appealing it to the umpire himself will get you ejected
immediately.
But now you'll just be, if you're the hitter, a pitch goes by and you're like, strike. I'm like, no, I think that's a ball. You don't say anything. You just tap your helmet. The umpire immediately turns around and there's a fucking screen right there with the way they track the pitch, and it tells you whether it's a ball or strike.
Like a tennis challenge?
It's a tennis challenge, basically. And it takes less than 3 seconds.
Okay.
And is there going to be a limit? Like you have to use
That
it
I don't know
strategically?
about. That I don't know
I would
about.
imagine, like in tennis, you only are allowed a certain amount of
One
challenges.
a game per player.
It's something, yeah. So
It's
I mean,
probably something like that,
Yeah.
Or one a game per player, but if you win, you keep it
Right,
or whatever,
yeah,
something like that. Yeah, that seems fair. But I don't know. They've been testing it in the minor leagues for a while, and a bunch of people have been posting videos of it on of the gameplay on Twitter and shit, and it's immediate. Like there's no fucking delay. And look, those are big fucking calls, man. Angel Hernandez is going to be out of a job soon. Like he's the worst.
He should have been years ago. But there seems to be this renewed interest in baseball, and it's been fun to see because I was one of the naysayers before the season started. I thought the pitch clock was dumb and all that shit until we went and actually got to see it in person, and I was like, oh, fuck. I'm forced to sit here and watch every pitch, not get up as much and focus on the game because it's faster. The players, for whatever reason, the young guys have been really, really fucking exciting. You mentioned that Ellie De La Cruz kid. He stole second, third, and home on 2 pitches the other night. That was right before I walked in. It was on Saturday night, right before I walked in your house. And I was like, holy shit, I just watched that. There's a bunch of fun young guys that are out there. And look, it's not the Yankees anymore. That's the weird thing. It's like it's not Yankees dominance this year, and it's cool to see.
you do have just a ton of like dope dudes, like De La Cruz, obviously Ohtani,
Tatis Jr.,
Acuna.
yeah.
I mean, and it's like it's fun too. I think one thing that I think is big, like that probably people don't realize that they love necessarily, is that there's more running in the game because the pitch clock and the larger bases have made stealing bases more. Just easier, and more people want to do it. Oh, and the pickoff attempts limit. You only get to do 2 thing. Dude, but when people are moving on the base paths and stuff like that, it's fucking fun.
I think there's also a lot more superstars in the game right now than there have been before, and maybe that's a marketing thing. Maybe
doing their job now.
Yeah, maybe social media is helping with that to some degree as well, and they're actually using it in the proper way now. But like when you think about the '90s. Your brain, you can immediately, all the way up until like 2004, you can immediately identify 5 to 10 guys at any given time that were fucking superstars.
Yeah.
Like the kind of person that ESPN cuts into their at-bats or whatever the fuck, right? There were a bunch of them back in the day. And like between 2005 and 2015, like think about the teams that from 2010 to 2015 that won the World Series. It wasn't like super. It was like the Giants with a ragtag group of people.
Right,
and
there
shit.
weren't any superstars
There was no
there.
huge slugger on there.
And even the dudes, like you had Albert Pujols putting up literally top 5
from
numbers of all
2001
time.
until 2012.
Yeah, but
Like
he was
the
like
best of all
stoic and
time.
boring,
Yeah.
and you know what I mean?
The ESPN commercial with him as like a robot.
Yeah, like I am
cyborg.
the machine. Yeah, I mean,
Like
and he's dope.
Frank Thomas was great to have in the 90s, but he wasn't the guy that everybody was talking about.
He wasn't the kid.
No.
Right. And I think there were a lot of boring superstars and teams.
And then a lot of the superstars got tarnished as well. Like fucking A-Rod was a superstar, but by the time he got caught the second time and had to lose a whole season, I think everybody was kind of tuned out on that bullshit.
Yep.
And honestly, like, I know everyone did like gas up Derek Jeter a bunch, but he was mostly really fucking boring.
Yeah.
He was boring, but he was good, and he was stable, and he was a good-looking dude who was always fucking hot girls in the press, and he was in New York, so he was a great part of a supporting cast of characters.
Yeah.
Because you had Boomer and all those guys getting drunk,
I
throwing
guess who would
no-hitters
you
and
say was
shit.
the biggest star of the '90s? Griffey.
Griffey
Even though
or
he's hurt a
Bonds.
lot of time.
It was Griffey or Bond. Well, actually, if from 97 to 99, it would have been McGuire or Sosa.
Sosa, yeah.
One of those two. Just in that 3-year
Griffey was
stretch.
cool.
I mean, Griffey had his own video game.
I look
would
back
say-
at it, and I think Griffey was underrated.
Yeah.
You look back, because McGuire and all those guys were juiced to the gills. He wasn't. He had the best swing in baseball. He was playing on a team, though, that none of us saw in Seattle.
And
It
you
was
know
on
he
so
wasn't
late.
juiced because he didn't lift.
No, he didn't do shit.
He
Very
didn't like
sloppy.
exercise.
Yeah. And they're doing a thing with him tonight. I saw Bud Light actually bought him out for tonight. So people on social media are already talking about that right now.
Plays a lot of golf too.
Yeah.
He's always at these like pro-ams and
Always.
Yeah.
Always. Love to see it. He was probably the greatest player of our generation.
Yeah.
Has to be, right?
But
because he wasn't on juice.
Yeah. But that middle period, the last, let's say until 3 years ago, 4 years ago, that middle part of the 2000s, 2010s was boring as shit.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I mean, there was a lot of exciting baseball happening, and if your team was doing well in the playoffs, you probably had a good time. But for the broader league, superstars are what matter. People that don't give a fuck that Cincinnati as a city exists care about Ellie De La Cruz because he's a fucking exciting player. You know what I mean?
You had a lot of the best example. I feel like, there was a decade of baseball where every World Series was basically like that Spurs Pistons NBA final.
Or the one the White Sox won in 2005.
Oh,
it's like, come on, man. I don't want to watch this
I'm
shit
waiting
now.
for you to just be like, all the years the Phillies won the division.
No, you know what? But the Phillies had Ryan Howard and those guys, and like
Chase
I
Utley,
love.
Jimmy
I
Rollins.
fucking, you know, one of my favorite players is Bryce Harper. I fucking love watching that guy play, man.
But I will say, the year we won the World Series, we beat the Rays in 5, and it was a rain-delayed 5th game.
Yeah.
It was one of those World Series, that you mentioned.
Nobody watched it.
No, nobody watched it.
Not Philly's fault, but you know.
Yeah, you just win it, baby.
Exactly.
I don't give a fuck. I don't care if
me
anyone
neither.
watches the
Me
Braves
neither.
win a World Series.
Me neither. Although I was in a coma for the last one, so I'm not sure that it happened. So we'll see. We'll see if that was real or not real. We'll find out this year because they have the best team in baseball.
Yeah.
We went and pre-gamed and post-gamed the World Series. We didn't go.
Right.
We were just in the parking
wanted to be
lot.
there.
Yeah, we were on Broad Street. We rioted. Saw a man probably fall to his death off a light pole.
You never checked?
He got hit in the head. He got domed in the head with a beer. Fell probably on his neck. And it was a giant crowd, so I couldn't really get to him.
Nah,
What a
smart.
What a
Just walk away.
celebration.
Somebody eating
A
horse
celebration of life. Yeah.
shit. Eating horse shit in the street. Somebody fucking died. That's Philly. That's Philly, though.
That's the celebration.
It sure is.
It was one of the best nights of my life.
I bet it was. That's a great time to end the program on, to be honest with you here, because we love to end on a dark note. Bet with us or against us on MyBookie.com. Promo code Drinkin' Bros doubles your first deposits all the way up to $1,000. Looking forward to betting on and tuning into the Home Run Derby here tonight. I got 500. I will post that in Drinkin' Bros Sports on Facebook here. Private group, anybody's welcome to join, but I will post that betting slip now as soon as we get off the air. That is my bet. The over is 490.5. Furthest home run hit tonight. I took the over there. Looking forward to it. Go to iTunes, rate the show 5-star, and leave a quick review. Also, head on over to Spotify. It's just a 5-star, and you can walk away. For D'Anthony Holloway, Delco Dan, Hot Bob, I'm Ross Patterson. This is the Monday Morning Recap. Good morning, everyone.